east on Pioneers Way when she struck the little girl who had allegedly ran into the streets. Head of the Police Road Traffic Division ASP Kenwood Taylor says students must be more mindful of the use of the road.
I think we could put more pedestrian crossings in, we could put more school guards, but if that particular student or child is not mindful of proper use of the road, then we still have what I think a problem.
He says police also want to send a message to motorists to exercise extreme caution as a child at any given time can run into traffic.
Particularly on Coral Road, as you can see, this is a school zone. And during school zone hours, which is between 8 and 9, the speed limit is 15 miles an hour. So we're encouraging the motoring public during school zone times, which is 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. to drive within the prescribed speed limit, which is 15 miles an hour. You'll see us out here. I will be out here beginning tomorrow also with my speed gun. And our objective is the persons that are going above and beyond the speed limit to ticket them. We must send a message out.
Now, to prevent such traffic incidents, ASP Taylor and his team will launch an aggressive road safety campaign beginning right here at Freeport Primary School next Monday.
My objective is to begin here with the students, the parents, and the teachers. And what we try to do is to do all of the schools in the Freeport area, then we go into the Western District and cover all the schools there. So that is our first priority, dealing with pedestrian-related accidents.
Meantime, police are still trying to determine whether the driver involved in this morning's accident will face a penalty. Charisma Robinson, ZNS Network News.
Police in Grand Bahama investigating 2 robberies that occurred over the weekend. The first incident reportedly occurred shortly before 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Reports say a man was walking on East Atlantic Drive when he was approached by 2 masked men, one brandishing a knife and the other a handgun, who robbed him of his Samsung Galaxy S3 cell phone, a pair of red and white Puma tennis, and his wallet containing $70 in cash. The culprits were both described as being 5 feet 4 inches tall, of slim build. One of the suspects wore black clothing and the other a gray jacket with blue jeans. And police say 2 men were walking through a shortcut on West Atlantic Drive sometime after 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon when they were approached by 2 men who wrestled them to the ground and punched both men in their faces. They were robbed of $270 in cash. The culprits were described as being 6 feet tall and were said to be wearing dark clothing and a mask. Police are investigating both matters and are appealing to the general public for assistance. Anyone with any information that can assist them, you can contact them at 350-3107 or 8-919 or call your nearest police station. And police making progress into the investigations into that mass shooting incident in Fox Hill on December 27th that left 4 persons dead and several seriously injured. Today, 2 men were charged before the court with 4 counts of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder. Tonight, one of the victims of that shooting is sharing his story and making an appeal for help. Sabrina Brown has that story.
He says his life was changed suddenly and drastically when tragedy struck on the Fox Hill Park near the original Congo's Junkanoo Shack on December 27th. Leroy Taylor, a Grand Bahama resident who relocated to Bimini for work, says he was visiting New Providence for the Christmas holidays and a crowd had gathered on the park for the announcement of the B category when the drive-by shooting took place.
Car pulled up, just like any other car was passing. And they just started to shoot. I didn't have a chance to see anything. I just had a chance to go try to get behind the wall. And that's when I was hit twice across the wall.
Ironically, the shooting occurred on Leroy's birthday. He was hit in the back of his right thigh and left hip. A bullet is still lodged in his body. The security officer says the horrific ordeal has changed his life in more ways than one.
I look up and I saw a friend, with a shot, like he was laying on the wall, He was laying on the wall with a shot to the head. And got up and saw other people that were just talking and cracking jokes with. Shanique and my cousin, we went out there together. Walking around as usual, of course, you walk a little slow, you have to use crutches if you have to stand up for too long. You know, sitting down is uncomfortable, so most of the times you have to lie down. So
Leroy's father, Anthony Bumble Taylor, recalls what he saw when he visited the scene.
This massacre has changed the atmosphere of Fox Hill totally, to point to the cotton trees where the guys sit and show the police the 9mm and the AK bullets and planted in the tree. Man, it's horrible to see just that and to see the blood all over the place. It's like a rock coming into the Bahamas.
Leroy says he's saddened by the state of crime in the country and he believes something must be done.
Whether we are Bahamian, Haitian, Jamaican, all of us are humans. You just have to respect humans, respect the person next to you, around you. And I think this would be a better place.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Sabrina. Well, this is a short work week for the country as we observe the first Majority Rule holiday this week. The Cabinet Office announced that the Majority Rule Act 2013 paves the way for January 10th to be observed as a public holiday each year. The Cabinet Office further advised that the provisions of Section 3 of the Public Holidays Act relating to the opening and closing of shops and businesses remain in place on Majority Rule Day. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.